Barcelona have been kings of the 1-0 on their road to win this La Liga title. How much patience will the fans have with that sort of style if it continues going into next season?
You give me a trophy and I'm not going to have complaints. That's the best thing. Of course, when you won 2 or 3 trophies and the team is not playing well, then I'm going to start complaining. We've seen it. I mean, the team of Guardiola heard whistles into the stadium when they were winning 2-0 at the Camp Nou, because people get used to win trophies and they wanted to see a nice games and nice dazzling performances, and they wanted goals. But at the moment, with the past of 3 years of Barcelona, where their inconsistency, not having silverware near around, I think that this year they didn't care. And for Xavi, it was a learning process. Remember that this is the first time that he's getting a big team, managing big egos, managing big players, and needed to a little bit to adjust some things. Press conference, how I talk to the press, how I talk to my players, how I talk about the games. And I think that on the process, 1-0 has been a fantastic answer, because it gave him the confidence to continue working, to continue delivering. And today, I think it was a very good game. Dominant, consistent, goals. You have everything. The next year, I'm sure that the fans are not going to be giving that to Xavi. They want to want more. They want to have more, let's call it nice football. Let's call it the philosophy of Barcelona, the style of Barcelona. That's what they're going to demand, and Xavi are going to need to give it to them.
Their highs, of course, La Liga and the Spanish Supercopa. Lows, Copa del Rey defeat, obviously at the Camp Nou against Real Madrid, and the manner in which they went out in Europe.
Yeah, and so when you look into the future and as to what Xavi and this group of players, or whatever the group of players, because we don't know exactly what this team is going to be next season, as you spin it forward, cup competition is going to be critical for Xavi, because it's not just this year. You go back to last year in Europa League, last year in Champions League, last year in Copa del Rey. So cup competition hasn't been all that great. And the way in which they went out to Real Madrid in Copa del Rey was embarrassing at the Camp Nou. That performance, I think, left a very bitter taste in Xavi's mouth. Now, of course, since you win the title, you're able to sweep these things under the rug and you say, hey, we're all celebrating. But you just asked about competition and you're not a Barcelona fan. Barcelona fans are going to be asking about competition as well, because even winning Europa League would not have been enough. But being eliminated in the manner in which you have been over the last couple of seasons, and the fact that you were not even out of the group stage in Champions League, that, I think, are things that Xavi is going to have to address. But it's a much better place to address it when you're winning the title and you're the league champion than if you were basically a team that is struggling. And this is not a team that's struggling. This is a team that needs to find a personality in those cup competitions and needs to figure out, okay, over the course of the season, we've been consistent. But in those moments in which we needed to get a game, we needed to get a win, we need to get our best performance.
Thank you very much for watching ESPN FC on YouTube. For more highlights, analysis and exclusive content, be sure to subscribe.